Was he at the Trayvon Martin protest?
No.
Was he at the Tamir Rice protest? Amir Pope protest?
No.
Sonia Massey? DJ Khaled, you seen him at any protests against police brutality?
Hell.
DJ Vlad? You see what I'm saying? So we let them exploit the more positive, fun-loving aspects of black culture.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real thing. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
How you feel about the white man that's raised in the hood and he acts so black that you would think he was black?
Okay. We need to understand something. This cultural appropriation that we think suggests white people are black is insane. They come into the ghetto, they appropriate your music, they appropriate your dress, they appropriate your style, and you think it's a good thing when they're playing in your face.
Come on.
The reason I don't like the Eminem, DJ Khaled, DJ Vlad type thing is because they can be black all day and they get to leave it when they tired. They get to go back to their whiteness when they done imitating your blackness. Why would you let anybody play with your identity in reality like that? With the hell we catch as Africans, why would you let another group come into your hood, play black?
So what if they got something on their forehead that said 100% black?
Impossible.
If they did that, cool.
They are Neanderthal DNA.
I'm Viking.
See, listen. Everybody wants our rhythm,
Everybody.
but they never around to tolerate your blues.
Oh, talk to him. Talk to him. Bars. Messenger.
You better rap.
Hold on. How do you feel?
Wait. Have you seen Eminem at the Breonna Taylor protest? Was he at the Trayvon Martin protest?
No.
Was he at the Tamir Rice protest? Amir Pope protest? Sonia Massey? DJ Khaled, you seen him at any protests against police brutality? DJ Vlad? You see what I'm saying? So we let them exploit the more positive, fun-loving aspects of black culture. But when it comes to dealing with the struggle of being black, none of these culture vultures are anywhere around to experience your pain.
See, so then when they say, you have people who will say Eminem is the king of hip hop or the king of rap. Why? And the way I feel like a white person should have the right to rap, but they should not have a place in our category.
He cannot be considered in the pantheon of greatness.
Right.
Because this is an African cultural product, right?
Right.
So here now, black people were so upset when I said that. You had every top rapper you could think of join the Eminem legal defense team against Dr. Umar. But guess what? When the Country Music Awards came out, Beyonce, who had one of the longest running #1 country albums of all time, didn't get a single nomination. Nobody said a word. So why was it okay for the white people to cut Beyonce out of her rightly earned awards and nominations at the Country Music Awards? Beyonce had 5 songs from Cowboy Carter on the top 10 consecutively. It was one of the longest running #1 country albums ever. Right. Not one nomination. Nobody say nothing. Dr. Umar says Eminem can't be the GOAT, and Black America goes crazy. Look at the double standard. It's okay for white people to gatekeep their culture, but it's not okay for black people to gatekeep ours.
Yeah. And I watched you, because I'm glad we made it to hip hop music. I watched you have an argument with a brother about how detrimental hip hop has been to our culture.
Brother Mouse, shout out to Mouse. He a good guy too. Shout out to Mouse.
I won't ask what you think it's doing, but what do you think we need to turn it around? Because I feel like although hip hop is very detrimental at the point that it's made it to, I feel like it has given a lot of access to the dollars that, otherwise black people wouldn't have access to.
Okay, let's deal with the dollars. Hip hop, which is the most popular music genre on the planet, most influential, It's a multi-billion-dollar, probably almost $1 trillion industry, if it isn't,
Facts.
right? And it's allowed all these rappers to get rich and buy homes and blah, blah, blah. Here's my question. How has Black America benefited from hip hop in its 50 years? Show me a hospital that hip hop has built. Show me a school that hip hop has built. Show me a bank that hip hop has built. Show me a supermarket that hip hop has built. Show me a distribution center. Show me a manufacturing center that hip hop has built. I'm a nationalist. I am a Pan-African nationalist. I'm about the best interests of the nation. Nations have communities. Communities must have industries in order to take care of the people. Where is the infrastructure that hip hop is building for Black America? 50 years, not a single institution. That's not acceptable.
Who's to blame?
We are, because we allow it and we tolerate it. Now, we do know hip hop is dominated by Caucasian interests.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But what is stopping us from taking back ownership of hip hop? Nothing. We could take it back if we really wanted it back. But you know what? We're comfortable with white people being in charge. See, post-traumatic slavery disease. The one thing Black people won't admit that slavery took from us, it took from us the natural God-given desire to want to control your destiny. We're the only people in America comfortable with white people running everything. Chinese come here, they're not comfortable with white people running nothing. Chinese got their own distribution, they got their own schools, they got it all.
Come on.
Arabs, East Indians, got it all.
Hey.
Look at us. We've been here longer than all of them. Not one hospital you can call your own. We are comfortable with white people being in charge as long as we can have fun.
Would you blame it on the Black man's ignorance to the economy and wealth?
It ain't really ignorance.
Go ahead.
It's a lack of a commitment to oneself to improve it. We don't want to do better because we don't want to put forth the sacrifice that is necessary to do better. We don't want to sacrifice. We'll vote, we'll pray, we'll march, but we will not weaponize our money to benefit ourselves. What do you see us doing that requires substantial financial contributions from everybody? Nothing. And that is your Achilles heel. That's how the Mexicans is outdistancing you, because they put their money together and they build industry together. We never do that. Not as a group.
So I have to ask.
Black people have been robbed of their racial ego. You no longer have a racial ego. Stay with me.
Let's go.
Somebody disrespect your block, you ready to turn up. Somebody disrespect your gang, you ready to turn up. Somebody disrespect your fraternity, you ready to turn up. Somebody disrespect your organization, you ready to turn up. Somebody disrespect your music label, you ready to turn up. Somebody disrespect your podcast, you ready to turn up. Let somebody disrespect Black people. You would say, oh, well, maybe it was true. We don't have a racial ego. Latinos have a strong racial ego. Chinese, strong racial ego. Jews, strong racial ego. Anglo-Saxons, strong racial ego. Black people have the weakest racial ego, and therefore you are the weakest politically and economically.
So the hip hop world, and this goes into the economy world of Black people, do you feel like when they say crabs in a barrel mentality or crabs in a bucket mentality, where we will climb over each other for that one to get out on top?
Yes, sir.
Is that a truth that you see in our community?
Absolutely. That's true for Black people, period. That ain't just hip hop.
Yeah.
That's Black across the board. And you know what? It comes from the plantation. On the plantation, the slave master would liberate a couple slaves a year. And the only way you could get liberated was to do what? Snitch on the other slaves. He not working hard enough. He got out to the cotton field too late. He trying to run away. The only way you could get free was to snitch on another slave. And guess what we still do? We still undermine and undercut. Why? Because we believe only one Black person can win at a time. The essence of our self-hate is rooted in the fact that if I find out you winning, I believe it automatically means I can't. See that? If your podcast is winning in dollars, it automatically means mine can't. Says who?
Right.
Why can't both of them be winning? Right?
Right.
They could both be winning. But because we come out of that slave plantation mentality, the minute I find out his business just opened, it means mine can't. It's a ridiculous way to think, but that's the way Black people think. Another Black person's victory is automatically my defeat.
So, why do we feel like that even though we haven't ever been slaves?
Say that again.
Why do we feel like that? Even though I've never been in a slave situation. Like I've never been. I wasn't on a plantation, but I feel like even like you said,
intergenerational hypnosis.
Yeah,
you don't have to be on a slave plantation. Behaviors are passed down through socialization and indoctrination.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move it. Hey.